I am accepted at NYU. We made it to New York! Yay! I'm done with the semester. Hi, my name is Darcy and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Sorry if the lighting isn't ideal. Usually where I film is like right in on my bed, which is right near the windows, and right now like the sun is kind of setting and it looks like super harsh over there, so hopefully this will work. We'll see. And I am filming a sophomore reflection video. Now, I've been wanting to film this as my semester comes to an end here and I start my summer classes at NYU, and I just like don't even know where to start kind of. But I really want to make this video just because I feel like so much changed during my sophomore year, and I kind of want to document it both for myself and for you guys watching out there who might be interested in the process that I went through. So if you're new to my channel, then you wouldn't know that I transferred during this year, which was my sophomore year. I transferred from the College of William and Mary in Virginia to New York University in NYC. And I transferred in the spring, which is a little bit unconventional, and obviously being a transfer is unconventional, so I just kind of want to reflect on this year as a whole. So let's just jump right into the video. So first off, I wanted to just like kind of go over what my first semester looked like. I came back from my sophomore year after having not the best freshman year, and I was ready to start anew at William & Mary and make it a good semester. I decided to change some of my relationships with people and not continue being friends with some people who I thought weren't a good support system for me. And that was a big decision that definitely impacted what later happened, because I realized the people at William & Mary didn't really share the same values that I did. But at the time it was really hard because I was really lonely there, and I was just not feeling like I belonged to the community very much. And so I realized that these decisions I had made to try and make this better actually were making me realize how bad of a place it was for me. And I'm not saying that as if it's a bad school, it just wasn't right for me, and I wish it had been, but obviously things change and work out differently than you expect. So I ended up realizing I wanted to transfer and applied in October of my sophomore year to NYU, only NYU. And you guys probably already know this if you've seen my other videos, but I just want to clarify if you don't know already now. And another big thing that I did in October of last year was I started my YouTube channel, and that was something I had wanted to do for years. And I think by this point in my life I started to not care as much about what other people thought, and I had definitely spent most of high school really caring about that. I cared a lot about grades and like competing with other people and doing well based on what other people told me was success. And you know what, I was just like, I want to do this. People might judge me and think it's weird or whatever, or not like the content I'm creating, but I wanted to do this, so I did it. And same is true for transferring. People might think it's weird or like think I made the wrong choice for choosing William & Mary or anything like that, but I was just like, this is what I need to do, this is for me, not for anyone else, so I did it. And so I definitely think I grew a lot this year in terms of maturing and just kind of being authentic to who I am and what I need, and moving past some of like the teenage angst of like comparing myself to others, which I definitely still do, but I'm working to move past that, I would say, and this year definitely reflected that. So a big part of my decision to transfer was being able to pursue journalism, because I could not do that at William & Mary, and I realized that I wanted to be able to do that as an undergraduate, and so that's where NYU was a really good fit for me, and I was accepted to study journalism and sociology, which I wanted to continue doing. So sophomore year was definitely a big year for me to like move forward in what I want for my career, because I just didn't really know very much until towards the end of my freshman year of college. I changed my mind so much throughout high school for what I wanted to do, and I never really considered journalism during high school. I considered it when I was really young, and then I started reconsidering it as a freshman. And so that's where this year has been really good for getting experience in the journalism field. I've written a lot of news stories with the newspaper here, and also like started an actual journalism program, which I'm excited to like get more into the core of as I pursue my major here in journalism. But it's just been really fulfilling, I think, overall to kind of work towards a career aspiration, because for so long I wasn't sure what I wanted, and I'm still not entirely sure what I wanted or what I want, and I have my doubts about journalism, but I overall think the field is really worthwhile and I could be good in the field. Also, if you can hear my AC, sorry. So yeah, this year has been like really important, I think, for working towards that career. One of the biggest things I think about this past school year was moving to New York. Obviously that comes with being accepted to NYU, but I didn't realize how great it was going to be to live here, just I think overall for me, because I was so bored where I was before, and even my hometown, I go back and I'm like, this place is so boring. And just being like a young, 19-20-year-old, I love living in a city where there's so much to do and so much energy, and there's a lot of diversity and just so much to offer. So I think moving here has been really good for me, and I have absolutely no regrets in terms of moving to NYC. And if any of you out there are considering it, I would say do it if you have the means to, and college is a great way to do it. I mean, I never would have ended up here if I hadn't come here for college, I think. I mean, maybe in the future for a job or something, but in terms of like, if you don't do it now, when will you? I know so many people who stayed close to home for college, which I understand there's reasons to do that, but I really would say if you're in high school and you're considering it, go for it, because college is the best time to move away from home, and if you have the means, you should do it. Something that I'm still working on is making really good connections with people. This is something that's really hard for me as an introvert, as someone who struggles with mental health issues, but I'm trying to find people who I connect with on a really genuine level and not be friends with someone just to have friends. College has been really hard for me socially, I think, but I'm hoping as I continue my time at NYU, I will find really genuine friends. I know I already have one here, and she's such a great friend, and we always have such great talks. We can talk about all sorts of things, which is what I look for in a friend. I would say like having similar values, but also being able to like have really deep, interesting discussions, which I know isn't necessarily what most people value in friends, but those are things that are important to me, and I don't want to just go hang out and party with someone. I want to actually like cultivate a meaningful relationship. So I'm hoping to continue doing that, but I think sophomore year was a time where I realized where I needed to be to do that, and also move myself there. So I definitely still had my struggles since moving to NYC, just because it is quite an adjustment, and I definitely was still depressed at times, and I still will be, like that's just part of my life. But I also think there was so many good days of things times doing really exciting things, and just being fulfilled with where I'm at and trying not to worry too much. Like, I can say this right now because I'm having a good day, but on a bad day I might not say this. That's why I'm filming this today, and on a bad day. But just I would say overall, like, there's definitely been some struggles, but I'm happier overall, I think, and like I'm sleeping so much better. Just things like that are a reminder that I'm in such a better place than when I was at William & Mary, because I feel like this is where I need to be right now. So yeah, I think this year I grew so much, and I honestly feel like I should be so much further in college, because I've grown so much in the 2 years that I've been in college, that people are always so surprised to find out that I'm finishing my sophomore year, because I'm so much more mature than that, and I've moved twice, grown a lot in this experience. So if you don't know, I am trying to graduate early just because I feel like I'm ready to like get to the next step almost, even though I don't really know what that is. But I just like grown so much already in college that it's like, how much more can I grow? So I feel like I've been rambling a lot in this video, but I guess if nothing else, just like get out of it. College can be what you make of it. I didn't end up being like a traditional student. Transferring definitely isn't traditional, but I don't think that's a bad thing because I've made this experience what I wanted it to be, and I let myself change with time and made my decisions reflect those changes. And I definitely have no regrets about transferring, and I also have no regrets about moving to New York because New York is just a really great place for me and a place for lots of things depending on what you want. There's a lot of great opportunities here. So you can make college what you want it to be though, because there are so many opportunities that come with being a college student and a lot of privilege. So if you do have the opportunity to go to college, I would say really value that experience and make it all that it can be, and make it what you want to get out of college. And so that's where stay at William & Mary was going to be a waste of my parents' money, and then I wasn't going to be getting all that much out of it anymore besides a degree. And now I'm at NYU learning so much more, and I didn't even apply as a senior in high school to NYU, which just shows how much things can change, and that your dream school, which for me was Brown, might not be the way things pan out, but that doesn't have to be a bad thing because people change, and NYU became like my new dream school. But even then, dream schools are just, that whole concept is messed up because no school is perfect. And you know, even after coming to NYU, I'm like, there's definitely things I wish were a little bit different here, but I am still overall pretty happy with where I'm at, and kind of just ready to get this next year over and like work through it and figure out what comes next, but also like try not to be too anxious and worried about that, because being right here is a good place to be. And it's the first time in a while I feel like I can say that with truth to it, because I've just struggled so much in college and just like in the past few years. So I think today I'm just like feeling so content as I'm about ready to start my summer classes here, and just reflecting on this really long school year. Like the beginning of sophomore year literally feels like 2 years ago, because I have just been through so much since then, and I just want to sit down and talk about it with you all. So if you stayed till the end of this video, then thank you so much for listening to all of my random stream of consciousness thoughts. I think that all covered it. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have a struggle when I edit this video because it's all over the place. Well, if you like this video, you should definitely subscribe down below to see more content like this. And if you are interested in transferring, I have transferring videos all about my process, my experience, frequently asked questions, that kind of thing. So definitely check those out, and give this video a big thumbs up if you like it, so I know to make more videos like this. Alright, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!